G'day, welcome to Supercoach 360. How you doing? It is your boy Juzzy J, joined in the coach's box to talk all things NRL Supercoach. We're going to recap round 6. We're going to have a look at round 7. We're going to talk a hell of a lot about trades, what to do with them, how many you got, how many should you have, what are the different strategies, how's it working for everyone. We're also going to obviously go across the team lists, PPM with Brad Smith, he's back, and a whole bunch more. Bergs has got a few rants for us this week. He's rocked up angry. So, yeah, we've got heaps and heaps to get into. Joined in the coach's box, of course, by my faithful companions. We've got the Consta. How you doing, brother?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Yeah, very well, very well. Just big weekend of football. Yeah, did all right this weekend, so I'm cheering about that. Just sort of cracking along. But I'm at a stalemate, man. I don't know what I'm doing with my team. I've managed to save a few trades throughout the course of the year. I've used the boost a couple of times. I don't really have much which I can do. I've got a few players which I want to keep, and then I don't really have any downgrade options because I've got players in my team that haven't juiced up yet, or players to replace them with haven't come through. So yeah, I'm just at this weird sort of point where
I'm in the exact same boat.
Yeah, how many trades you got?
I have 34.
After trades this week or before trades?
This week.
Before trades this week.
Yeah.
How many boosts you got?
4.
4. Okay, yeah. So I got 4, and I think I'll double check. I think I got 35 trades before I do anything this week. So yeah, 35 before I do anything. I got 4 boosts as well. So but like I said, like I got Grant, I got Haas, I got Lolo in the front row. You know what I mean? Like I got Olakwatu, I got Deefy. There's a few players which I'm missing. My halves, like I don't have Hines, I don't have Cleary, I still have Teddy. I don't have Munster. I can't really afford to get to any of them. You know, Schneider.
Well, that's a predicament.
Yeah, Schneider hasn't
generated
juiced.
the cash needed like you. The cheapies haven't even juiced up, or there's no one to downgrade them to that's worthy of downgrading them. So yeah, I'm in a rock and a hard spot at the moment, like yourself. Bergs?
Boys, how are we? I have less trades than yous, but I have not boosted. So, yeah. But I'm in shit position still.
All right, well, we haven't really talked about our positions. Do you want to disclose? Like where are you at?
His team-wise.
My team's still like, I'm still not happy with where I'm at. Like you just said then, you've still got the likes of Teddy and no Nico, no Nath,
no Nico. Yeah, there's a few players missing.
That's what I mean. Like to be in good stead, you'd have at least an A for Nico. I got Mitch Moses, so I'm doing okay there. But still, would be nice to have a Nico as well.
Moses is fattening up nicely to go to Cleary or Hines.
Yeah, it's not going to be a hard task in a week or two. Yeah. But yeah, like there's.
But you wouldn't sell him at the moment.
But there's just still lots of holes I need to fill in my side before I'm even close to happy.
Yeah, 100%. I think everyone's going to be in that boat at the moment.
So yeah, but I can see like the merit in what you were talking about earlier, like how you can make your team a lot happier by selling one dude. But
yeah, well, that's I think going to be the hot topic tonight, like you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, but we'll get into that soon, won't we?
We will indeed. Speaking of hot topics, we've got quite a few to go through tonight. We've got the PPM, we've got the TLT, the team list twist, of course, thanks to Ross Mann. We've got Buy, Hold and Sell, thanks to Julian from Totally Addicted Supercoach on Facebook. Make sure you check them out. So let's start by jumping into the Buy, Hold, Sells. So who's on Julian's list this week, Con?
Okay, well, on his... Sorry.
Oh, he doesn't have it loaded.
I did have it loaded, but it's just taken a while to bring up for a second. Okay, so on his buy list, he's got Lukey.
Yeah, did well on the weekend.
Scored a nice try, played 80 minutes, set to be around 340k with a -6 BE, solid 50-point odd, base plus power, plays Titans, Eels, Knights, Tigers. And you got Cook, South Straw is the appeal there. Tass, if he's named, which he didn't get named unfortunately, and Taff 24 points in goal kicks, and South CC draw. So and Nathan Cleary 150 points, and he just looked effortless for him. So
Yeah, to be honest, when I open the app, I don't open the app during Panthers games. Just my thing. I like to just enjoy the footy, and I'll check my Supercoach afterwards. So I just like to watch the game. Don't want to think about Supercoach too much. But then when I clicked in after the game, because the first thing I do, obviously after the full time siren, I couldn't believe he got 150. I was like, what was he in? What did he do? How did he do that? I mean, yeah, I suppose a fair few goal kicks, but
set up a couple of tries, some forced dropouts. You know, they all add up.
It's it, tackle bust, stuff like that. Like it does. It all just sort of racks up, and then bam, before you know it, 150. I've got a bit of FOMO, man. I like it.
That's it. He's one of the rare people who can put numbers in pretty much every single category in Supercoach consistently every week. No other player can do that.
Oh, he's an absolute monster. Have you got him?
No.
No. Are you getting him? Is he on the list for this week?
No.
No?
He was an option, but I've gone another way.
Bergs?
Not for me. I'm just like, it'd be mad of me. Like, I know points-wise, I'm going to probably lose a few points doing this, but Mitch Moses has still got a couple of good rises in him. So I'm just going to hold on till Mitch's draw gets a bit too much for Mitch, and that's when I'll probably just clean swap him over. It's not going to cost me much at all. So that's what I'm sort of hoping for there. Like, Nafe's maybe 2 or 3 weeks away, or maybe I'll hold off till after Origin. I'm not sure yet.
That's it, but stick with your plan. That would be the thing. It's just, if you've got a plan...
Well, that was my plan when I brought Moses in from the start. I'd have Moses till probably 10. I was hoping for Nafe to come back around 5 and be a bit shitter than he was, but he hasn't, so it's going to be one of them things. I don't see him going to 1.2 million Tommy money, but I can see him easily sitting around his 900, so it's up to Mitch to maintain for me to get up there easy enough, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. See, that's it. And because I don't have someone like Hines or Mitch in that position, I don't have anyone who is that stepping stone. I'm looking for 400k.
You started with Sammy Walker, didn't you?
Sammy Walker.
Yeah, see, there's too much going on there for me to start with him.
Colin, what about you? What are you doing in your halves? When's your plan on getting Nath? How are you doing it?
Well, I've got 2 options this week. I'm selling Teddy. I've resigned myself to the fact Teddy's gone.
For Taff at
Taff's
fullback?
going in.
At fullback?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't have Hines?
Well, that's this one option. Teddy out, Taff in. I get IPAP and Huss, or IPAP and Murray, or IPAP and Lolo. One of those 2 combinations out of those 4 gun forwards.
Yeah.
Or I go Teddy out. How do I do it?
Hines down.
Hines down.
Miss out on Nath?
Get Nath, and then use me jewels to get Isaiah Tass into the centres that way, and bring in Tamalolo with Nathan Cleary. So they're the 2 options I've got.
Ooh.
But I'm going to go with the first one, bringing the forwards this week. It leaves me just under 200k in the bank, gives me Snyder and Taff. I'm going to wait for both of them to fatten up, get rid of Taff, or get rid of Snyder, either one, for probably nothing, a no one, and take the other one, Cleary, in probably a month or so.
Yeah,
or
nice.
just after round 13 when Snyder's done his job.
It's a gamble for points, but like, there's a lot of points to be lost there, especially the way you come out and just scored 150 at fucking ease like that. So it's a mass gamble not jumping on to Nath as soon as you possibly humanly can.
It absolutely is.
So yeah, I am scared of not getting on Nath like now, but also I don't know. I will go finish through Julian's list, and then we'll talk about the whole Teddy saga that we got going on. I'm worried about Teddy.
All right, so they're the buys. Oh wait, hang on.
Yeah, they're the buys.
No, we're still in the buys. Sorry. All right, so we got Munster and Grant for obvious reasons. He's killing it. The Storm, they're killing it. Them 2 personally. So get on board. He's got just Sharks backs in general. They were all scoring some pretty good Supercoach points. So
I was looking over my dream team today. Mulatalo is on it, and so's Ramian. So yeah, those I don't think I expected Nico to do as well as he did, but I think those Sharks backs they're capable of getting points. So
Yeah, well, I think
they've been on his list most weeks. If you actually look,
I
back
think
at his list.
Ronaldo's got a 3-round average of over 100.
Yeah, he's killing it. I looked at him today.
He me so hard last year that I couldn't bring yourself to get
They're
him.
all over 600k. They're all priced. I'm priced way out of the market on them now.
Oh, yeah, you got to wait for the next revolution of price cycles when they bottom out.
See what happens.
The next round.
See what happens. There's some
Or
special
one
things
of your
going on
other
in
ones
Cronulla.
juice right up and you're willing to just go...
And then he's got Gus. If he's named again start this week, he thinks get him in after he's lost his cash now. I'm going to wait another week or two personally for Gus.
Just to watch.
Lolo, Thompson, Clemmer.
Strengthening that forward pack.
Yeah, he reckons they all look like serious front row options. Lolo played 72 minutes. Thompson 68. Clem 51. Thompson had 79 in base and power. Clem 71 in base and power. Both appealing. And I think Clem's $480,000 maybe.
My problem with Thompson is if you really... I've been watching the Dogs games. I don't know if you can tell I'm a fan. But the Dogs seem to share that the working middle forward role between Pangai one week and Thompson the next. Like Thompson last week, I think got a 26. Pangai got a 80-something. This week, Pangai got a 40. Thompson got a 79. So it's one of them things like it's not a solidified thing. Like if he was constantly...
They don't both thrive together. They take away from each other instead of feeding off each other.
One's doing the work, the other's dogging it sort of thing.
So it's not like a Harrigan-Cass combination.
Nah.
Where they both get in there and if you do something, I'm going to do it as well.
Yeah, they're not feeding off that. One of them's just thinking, oh, good on you, man.
Yeah,
I'm having a breather.
Max, get in there.
I'll be there next week, dude.
And then he's got IPAP. Obvious reasons with IPAP. We all know what IPAP can do. And he's got Jackson Hastings. Look promising back from suspension at 382k. He reckons if you want to get rid of Ilias, he reckons he's a good upgrade option from there. Just to get rid of that AE nightmare in your team, I guess.
Yeah. Well, look, to be honest, I thought by now he would have been doing a lot better, and he's just not. For me, he's a nightmare in your side.
Ilias?
Yeah, so... Souths don't use him properly neither for me, but that's their problem. But for my Supercoach team, he seems to just be a thorn in my side, and I'd just rather get rid of it.
Now, at the moment he is. I totally get that. I still think time.
Yeah.
I'm holding for now, reluctantly, but I have no intention of looping anytime soon, so he's not really bothered to me at the moment. Here's the hold list. He's got Cotter. 51, played low minutes, but Cow's used on 2 reserves. Wait to see what happens next week. Only 2 reserves, I'm going to assume. Snyder, solid, kicks goals, keep. Pangai, South wrapped him up well, and base overall was down for this game. So he reckons hold Pangai. Arrow, and Josh King, he reckons hold Josh King.
Oh, see, for me, I'd be moving King.
I'm selling King if I own him. He's done a fantastic job, better than I expected. Thank you very much, Josh King.
Juzzy, you an owner of Josh King?
Certainly am, and I'm trying to figure out what to do with him. Because I've got strength in my forwards, and him and Mitch King, I'm sort of... Is now the time to get rid of him? Because I've actually got... I could bring Ola Kawatu up. I've already got Jai Arrow up there. I've already got Payne Haas up there. I could bring Lolo up there. So I've got options to just stack my front row with the people I've already got. My issue is I can't afford the second row guns that I want in Murray or even IPAP or anyone like that. So I'm trying to figure out what to actually do there. And then same thing, do I have to hold enough there? I've already got Brendan Piakura waiting for round 10. I don't even know if it's going to be worth the wait at this point.
Yeah, you don't even know if he's actually going to get us.
No, we'll cross that bridge later.
In round 10.
No, I mean in the Teddy chat. And Randall, hold, yeah. I agree, Randall, hold. All right, now he sells. Nanai, 53. That was with a try. So he's had 5 tries and 1 line break this year. Take the cash and run.
Yeah.
Ilias, if you can, sell by all means. Teddy.
Now, about Ilias, just quickly, would you go sideways Ilias to Taff? Or is that too sideways? You're only making 80, 90K, but
then you're making Taff's money on top of that. You're getting rid of an AE nightmare.
yeah, so is it crazy?
Taff could possibly be upgraded to a gun, where Ilias at this rate never going to be upgraded to a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you're not going to make coin out of it, but I can see the money-making potential at least. If South score points, Taff scoring points, whereas Ilias not necessarily dedicated.
In saying that, you probably only got 4 more weeks of Taff. 5 maybe.
Yeah.
Depending on when Terrell comes back. So, but by then you should be just about peaked already. So, Teddy, Roosters look lost. Another low score. Through their nice run, needs to go. Bird, saved by a try. Only scored a 42 this week. But just isn't doing what he wants. And Kurt Mann, he reckons he's solid holding option in your centre wing, but probably get rid of him. The attacking stats too few and far between.
Who was the one before him?
Jack Bird.
Jack Bird. Seems you don't want to be the 6 at the Dragons. It's not a. It's just not a point scoring position for them.
It hasn't been friendly this year, has it?
Yeah. So should we go straight on to the Teddy chat, or it seems to be the topic?
We're on it.
Sounds like we're in there, bud.
Oh,
great segue.
Cool. So Teddy, man, like for me, I'm thinking back to last year.
Look at the people when you talk to them.
No, for me, I think back to last year, and I remember so many people I knew sold, and I was like, nah, that's crazy, don't do it. And you know what? All those people ended up a lot higher than me a few weeks after that. And I do remember, but then a few weeks after that, Teddy went on a run, and I was right back in it, and I finished higher than most of them overall in the long run anyway, so it was pretty good. But
so what helped you there, though? Was it holding Teddy and saving that trade and not just moving with the pack each week, chasing the last week's points? You know what I mean? Trying to flick onto that each week. Was it just the trade? Because it
depends the way you look at it. Because
well, you know what you had at the end of the season, which none of us did?
2 trades.
The trades, exactly.
So I still had 2 trades at the end, and if you remember, that's what got me home over you, because you couldn't do it. Now, if I was to have used... Now, I would have used 2 trades to do that. Get rid of Teddy, bring someone else in, plus then have to get him out and bring Teddy back, if I was going to do that. So I wouldn't have had those trades at the end to be able to liven up my team. So maybe I wouldn't have finished as high as I did, but...
But in saying that, I think the trade was Teddy to Paps at the time.
Yeah, I think it was.
I think it was that, or
Teddy to Turbo, maybe.
And then maybe Paps to Turbo or something like that.
If you went to Turbo, you were a winner.
Yeah, and so in the long run, the cash that you've saved there and generated has probably outweighed that trade that you've made to do that.
Only if you've then spent it wisely, though, because as he said,
But that's it. You probably... There's a trade down the line where you would have had to burn a trade to make cash that you've already done through this trade so-and-so weeks ago. So
yeah, it's one of the things you never know.
Yeah, I don't think you can narrow one thing down in a season to beating someone else overall. I think it's a whole jigsaw puzzle of moves that gets you in front by the end of it. Only you can ever nail one thing down.
If you're in your heads now, to finish your seasons now, I know you're both really contemplating trading out Teddy. A lot of coaches are thinking the same things as you are. I've been checking social media all day, and for me, are you going to bring him back? In after Origin, when you know he's come back a different beast.
At the moment, no.
No, he's out for you.
I have no intention of bringing Teddy back at the moment.
So he's gone for you. He's not.
I think so.
You don't think
Paps is definitely going to be one of my fullbacks, and at the moment I'm probably leaning towards Hines Turbo, just with the way the Roosters have played. But I know the Roosters are going to get better and better as the year goes on, and you'll replay these back in 10 weeks, and I'll really regretting it. I'll be trading Teddy in, but at the moment, no, he doesn't feature in my plans.
Yeah, does he? Do you see yourself not bringing Teddy back if you get rid of him?
Oh, I don't know, man. Like, I personally haven't put much thought into it because my whole idea was just set and forget with two fullbacks. But you can put Hines back there. I don't know if they're going to strip him of that dual position. Doesn't look like they're going to this year.
No,
I mean, they can't because people must be like they'd have him in there, and that's unfair to them. So, yeah, I mean, ultimately, I'd much rather have Hines and Pappy at fullback.
You got Turbo coming back.
Yeah, well, that's it. Turbo. If I can find the money to afford him.
Yeah, a month after he's back, he'll be 750 mate.
Yeah, right. But no, like in all seriousness, for me, I'm holding faith in Teddy.
I think there's a good chance if I drop him, he doesn't come back in because, I'm not using that trade. I guess that's why I've been so reluctant to use that trade because I've looked at it the last 3-4 weeks, done nothing. Beck traded him out for Teddy 2 weeks ago. I think you traded out Con for, or you're trading him out this week for Taff. I'm seeing people drop him and for better players. I almost traded him out for Hines last week. I didn't. Hines pulls out of 35. Cheering. But, I mean, do I get on this week?
Hines this week, but I think their draw opens right up as it comes soon anyway. So Hines is like sort of going to be if you want him, you want him soon.
And I can still do that trade. I can still do Hines, Teddy to Hines this week, but then it gives me no chance of Cleary this week. I've got to find that $400,000 from somewhere. And I think that's what I'm going to lean to because at least Hines has proved he's reliably around that mark. Nath, we haven't seen yet. And Nath's like a shoe-in for Origin if he's fit. Whereas Hines...
I wouldn't pick him.
Yeah, fair enough, Queenslander. Get out of here. But Hines, Hines will probably get in there as 18th man. But there's no guarantees. But, I mean, look, you'd imagine he's probably going away to camp. They'll have him in and around the team somewhere, even if he doesn't get a jersey.
I think he was in camp last year.
Yeah, but see, Puppy was out last year.
So, yeah, but they still have people in camp anyway. They just fly back and play their game.
Yeah.
But, look, for me, I know it sounds a bit mad and it's probably a bit mad scientisty, but he's got 2 weeks now against teams that leak points. He's got the Dragons and then he's got someone else. So I'm expecting big things from Teddy. I need back-to-back, at least 90s out of him. If he doesn't get him, I'll probably have to sell then, but I'm confident he'll get him. Everyone's selling. It's his time to shine.
Oh, I've just been waiting and waiting.
Oh no, I know. But like, all right, we're talking about off air. Like it's the Roosters' attack. They need to either sack Luke Keary and put a Drew Hutchison with Sam Walker, or sack Sam Walker and put Drew Hutchison with Luke Keary. They just need one shot caller instead of two blokes trying to run plays out there every time, and it's taken away from their natural game. I don't know what Robbo's fucking doing. Letting it happen.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You go on about next year. Sorry, Saxy.
At least you cleared your throat instead of going on like that for 5
Going
minutes.
about the next 2 games. Their last 3 have been the Cowboys, the Broncos, and the Warriors.
Yeah.
So it's not like they've had stiff competition in the last 3 weeks and it just opens right up to a juicy draw now. They've been in the middle of a juicy draw. And then on the back of this draw, after the Bulldogs, they play the Titans, who they can score points again. But then they got the Eels, Panthers, and Roosters. Sharks. So...
yeah, maybe he's right. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is time to go. Like, maybe he's past his use by date in Supercoach.
I defended him to the hilt last week.
I know. I've got this written down.
Captain him. I was so close. I was going to get there. I thought, yep, he's coming. And then,
well, I've got that written down here on like things I want to talk about. You talked about last week. Was never sell Teddy.
Yeah.
Because today I've heard lots of it, and it was like, hold on.
Well, backflips.
It's only been
I've
7
done
days.
DCE.
Only 7 days. And then someone asked the questions in Question Times why we can't make it onto the Daily Telegraph live show on a Thursday. I'm about to tell you why. Because the app's fucked. These fucking grubs take money off all of us, man. If you've ever signed up for gold, that's where $20 a year's going.
25 now.
They don't even ask you. They just take it now. They flat out take it. They just assume you want it or you need it. But they don't pump no fucking money back into the app. Now, the other day, my app shit itself and the reverted itself back to lockout, bar me trades. It kept me trades, but put the people that are traded in on the bench, which shit me even more because I'd already put Lolo in my side. And it benched him, and then just fully fucked me. And then I had a rant about it in the Podmasters chat.
Oh, so it didn't actually reverse your trades. It just took your traded players out of your team.
Well, I thought when I looked at it again, I thought it did reverse me trades because Young Maney and him had got the J and then the T, and then I was like, hold on, fuck off. I've still had me trades, but it's put Payne Huss back on the field, which was ludicrous because I did a Facebook post on the Wednesday when I did my team about who I'm VCing and who I'm putting me captain on, and I did Mitch Moses and David Fafita, and by the time lockout had come around, it was back on Payne Huss, who's in my side, who was fucking never in my side from Tuesday, you know what I mean, because we all knew he'd suspended, and it just shit me, bro. Like, I flipped me shit. Fool didn't want to play anymore. Wanted to take me bat and ball, and then I had a flip out about it in the Podmasters chat, and a couple other people said, yeah, the app tends to shit itself a lot, like, with certain things. And I thought, well, you know what? They're quick to take people's fucking money. And you know what? For years we've been saying the app needs upgrades, you know. And as far as I know, Daily Telegraph would have tech people. It wouldn't cost them fuck all to do it. Just fix your fucking app. Like, I know you do it a different way.
I do.
You don't use the app at all.
I've never used the app. No, I just go through my web browser every single time, and I've never had an issue with anything like that or any other kind of issue ever.
Yeah, I'm giving it a bag of dicks. It can fuck off, and that's why we're never getting on the Thursday show.
Alrighty.
Sorry, boys.
Hey, I'm just proud of that much better segue, mate.
That's a good one, eh? I like that.
Well, thanks, Bergs. Cool.
Jazzy's not happy.
No, Jazzy's not happy. So let's go. Now it's time to go through the team list twist.
Jazzy wants on Thursday show, Tommy.
I want their KFC. I mean, yeah, I want to join the show too.
Let's go through the team list twists. Thanks to Ross Mann. First game, Sharks versus Manly. So Finucane out, replaced by Aidan Tolman. Hamlin Uele is out injured, replaced on the bench by Royce Hunt. Cam McInnes starting at lock. Katoa returns. So Roddy drops out to the reserves, and Britton Nakora returns from COVID. For the Sea Eagles, Morgan Harper returns from COVID, replacing Cooler. So Josh Aloiai is out injured, replaced by Taniela Paseka. Sean Kepi out with an HIA. Ethan Bullimore out. Ethan Bullimore back in, sorry. Kurt Louis also comes onto the bench. And Marty Tapau sidelined with COVID as well. Broncos v Dogs for the Broncos. Haas returns from suspension. Keenan Palacia back to the bench. Tessie New out injured. TMM to start at fullback.
Tamari Martin.
Yeah,
welcome back. Good to see you. I'm happy. That's a happy story for me.
Well, yeah, you remember the story of Tamari Martin?
I do. I remember it coming out a couple of years ago. He had brain cancer or something, didn't he?
A bleed on the brain.
That's right. And he had to stop training. And they told him he'd never play again. And here he is back in the NRL, first grade. Number one. All right. Tyson Gamble replaces Billy Walters in the halves. He drops back to the 14. Herbie Farnworth returns. Deloise Hoyter drops to the reserves. Corey Paik starts at hooker. Jake Turpin has been dropped. Ryan James also drops out. So Paik's could be one to watch because this is his chance to earn that spot. Is Turpin out with anything that we know of, or is this a clean hook?
I'm not sure personally.
You'd have to ask Timmy O or something.
Timmy's in the comments. Oh, so I already know. So Timmy, let us know, bud. Do some looking around. Read the Courier Mail or something. For the Dogs, Braden Burns out injured, replaced by Aaron Shoup. Chris Patalo out with a HIA, replaced by Corey Waddell. Cowboys versus the Titans, the Queensland Derby. Griffin Neame returns from concussion to start. Jordan McLean also starts. Reuben Cotter back to the bench. Connolly Lemu drops out, and the Hammer is named on the extended bench. Tigers versus South Tigers, no changes from the team that romped Parramatta on the weekend.
Fucking well done, Jackson Hastings.
Right.
Fucking had a blinder, man.
He did.
It's a good game.
And you notice he's on the buy list, and he's actually reasonably priced. If he has got control of that team, my issue there is I do not trust the Tigers' attack. They've had one good game after a lot of scrutiny, and I just don't know if I've got the belief in him to turn it around this season. Tigers fans will probably rip me apart for it, but I just don't know if I can trust him even in the sort of second position, the reserve position in my halves.
I just thought good on you, man, grabbing that ball and having a fucking crack at it, like 40 out. It's a big drop out.
It is. Did
Well,
well.
he stuffed it up twice beforehand.
Yeah,
So, and then Parramatta had to go stuffing it up. Reed Marnie just ran around in circles. There was a schmozzle there in the last 10 minutes, and then he nailed it right in the clutch moment. So,
yeah,
MJ moment.
It was good.
And for South, Davey Moali starts with Isaiah Tass dropping out to the reserves. Knights versus Eels. Adam Clune returns, replaced with Phoenix Crossland, who shifts back onto the pine. For the Eels, Junior Polo returns from suspension. Oregon Kafusi drops back to the bench. Murata Niokore is out injured. Will Penasini shifts back to the centres. Hayes Perham comes onto the wing. Jacob Arthur replaces Mitch Rain on the bench. For the Panthers versus Raiders, Panthers no changes. For the Raiders, CNK drops back to the bench. Rapana moves to fullback. Xavier Savage on the wing. Step in, son, step in. Harry Rushton comes onto the bench for Emre Gula, who drops out. For Storm versus Warriors, for the Storm, Jesse and Kenny Bromwich both return from COVID. Brandon Smith and Trent Liero drop back to the pine. Chris Lewis and Alec McDonald out of the side. Warriors, Matt Lodge returns with Aaron Penne dropping to the bench. Jazz Tavaga named on the extended bench after serving his 2-match suspension. So that is the team list twist. What's that, Bergs?
I'm just saying, like, what you were making note to, like, when he's tried to run around on the outside and they just picked him up, pumped him over the sideline, and he broke his shoulder.
Val Holmes just came in and just went, nah, you don't do that.
Too little, man.
Yeah.
You're way too little for that, so...
Ricky's Raiders, are we going to see them make a big change this week after the roasting that they copped during the press conference? 40 minutes of football is out there sick of sticking up for them.
And to be honest, how do you... it's a thing that's got to change for them. Like, if they can't play more than 40 minutes, then they can't play more than 40 minutes. Sorry.
They went through the exact same thing last year, where they'd come out first half, look really good, and then just not even pretty much get on the bus and go home at half time. And they're falling back into the same pattern. So whatever they did towards the back end of last year to solve their issues a little bit, which helped them, they need to dive back into, I think, and recheck it.
They want to find it quick because the season's...
Absolutely. They're done for me, personally.
Yeah, they don't look good at all. So Schneiders, they're saving shining light for the year.
It's probably down to 9 teams already, this competition.
Dogs in it
just
for
for
you,
the 8. Like, that's just for the 8, not for the competition. It's a 2-horse race at the moment.
Really?
Absolutely. Melbourne and Penrith are miles ahead.
Yeah, they are.
Alrighty. Well, we've got, as per usual... Oh, where's my one? There it is. Bang. We've got, as per usual...
Brad Smith,
PPM. So Brad Smith is going to take us through all of his hot tips for this weekend. Thanks very much to Brad Smith. Thanks very much to Brad Smith. Nails the content every week. He always puts through an article, sends through a video. His analysis is second to none. If only, like Con, he could take his own advice, he'd probably be doing a lot better this year. But luckily, there's a bunch of us out there that are listening to him, and yeah, he's generally pretty on the money. So, Brad Smith.
Good evening, Supercoaches. I hope round 6 was great for you. I hope all the legends on the panel there all got green arrows, as all the people at home. My Hopper's Finger team, we got more green arrows again this week. But I just can't nail a captain at the moment. My captain choices are shit. The big difference between most people getting a really good score and just a par score at the moment is your captain's choice. So listen to all the pods and listen to the boys here and maybe get some hints and see if you can nail that captain's choice, because it's going to make all the difference in the run home. Now, this week we're going to be looking, I'm going to do something a little different for the next few weeks. We're going to start and look at some buy-round relevant players, by position. The reason for this is that most of the PPM standouts, etc., will probably be covered by Ross Mann. Do check out his article and on the 360.com website. My article's there. Ross's is always there. He's buy, hold and sell. and there's always lots of really good players that are popping up there. So this week I'm going to have a look at hookers. Now the reason I'm going to have a look at hookers is because Randall is now probably set to peak in the next 1 to 2 weeks. Randall's got a BE of 10, which means if he only gets about 40 next week, his BE probably will be around about 40 as well, which puts him right on the cusp of selling. You know, he might have he has got a couple of 60s back to back. He might get another 60, which means you're probably more likely to sell the week after. So you've got to start looking at who you're going to get and who is relevant as far as your buy round, because your buy round is only going to be about, by the time you get him in, about 5-6 weeks away. So the players we're going to have a look at. I've had a look at them ranked. I'm only going to show you 3, and they're ranked from statistically the third best up until who is the best ranked at the moment, who will be playing the buy round. The first one we're going to have a look at here, he doesn't need a great introduction. Tom Starling. I know a lot of people have already jumped on him. He has been a bit of a popular buy over the last few weeks, and there's been a lot of discussion about him around Supercoach circles. He's got an average of 54 so far this season. However, some of those earlier scores, which dragged his average down, were when he was getting reduced minutes. On the weekend, he got 80 minutes for 83 points, which is a fantastic effort, obviously, at around about 1 ppm, which for a hooker is great go, particularly if they're playing the full 80 minutes. So he's got a 3-round average of nearly 60, because he has been starting to play more and more minutes each week. It costs 449k, which as Randall's about 400k, bang on 400 now. Yeah, it's not a big jump up to there, particularly if Randall keeps making a little bit of money. They'll probably make about the same amount of money each over the next couple of weeks. So that is Tom Starling for you. All right, the next one to have a look at. I've spoken about this fella a few times. Stupidly, I didn't get him myself. I need an uppercut, but that's okay. I do crazy shit like that sometimes. Reuben Cotter, he's 459k now, so he's risen a lot from where he started out. He's got an average of 60. His dual position, last round he got 51. The coach does like him an awful lot up there in North Queensland, Toddy Payton, and he has a BE of only 26, so he's still got a bit more money to be made, but he'll probably peak in about 2 to 3 weeks' time himself. But that's not why you're getting him. You're getting him because it gives you buy-round coverage. Now, a lot of people have already got him, and if you've got him, it's an easy decision. In 2 weeks' time, say, just sell Randall, move Cotter up into your hooker spot, you're covered for the buy round, job done. So if you're smart and got him, like I told everyone to do a couple of weeks ago, you're sweet, you're set. Probably forget the rest of my ramblings for the next couple of minutes and move along, because you're already on your way. All right, number one, the top ranked hooker at the moment in Supercoach, who is going to play the buy round, is Appy Coruscant. Appy costs 496,000, so he's only about 50,000 more than my first choice, which is Tom Starling, the first one I showed you. He's the most expensive of the 3, but statistically he is the best. He's averaging 62. He's got a BE of only 24, so he's going to go up some more himself over the next few weeks. He does. His minutes do worry me, because he very, although some hookers are, he's probably a little bit more reliant on attacking stats than some of the other hookers out there that seem to churn through a lot of tackles as well and have a nice little base behind them. Whereas Appy, needs a few attacking stats just to help push him along. he's only been averaging around 50-odd minutes. So if we could... Yeah, I do have a little bit of a concern on him at the price, but it's still not a big jump to go from Randall up to Appy Coruscant. So there's your three that you should be looking at. Appy is number one. Reuben Cotter, if you got him, don't look any further. Just whack him in there. And Tom Starling. If you really want to go a bit of left of field, there is a fourth one that is basically averaging the same as Starling, and it's going just as well, and that, believe it or not, is Jeremy Marshall-King. Not many people might have looked at him, but it would be a big ballsy move. He costs $4.59, so he actually is more than Starling. He's the same price as Reuben Cotter. He got an average of 57, and his BE is 42, so probably after this week, next week, he might be looking to probably peak in price. So anyway, there's your hookers for you. Have some thought about that. You've really got to pick one of those three, I think, for your run. There might be one or two that manage to pop their heads up at a cheaper price, closer to Origin. But if you're starting to plan now, and you do have to plan because, as I said, Randall is peaking in price and is going to be a trade out in the next few weeks, it's really going to be one of those three. All right, lads, till next week. Everybody, super coaches out there, enjoy your super coaching and have fun.
Awesome. Thank you very much to Brad Smith for that. Taking you through hookers and planning for the buy. So, Tom Starling, Appy, or Reuben Cotter, who would you choose, fellas? Burgo.
I'm a massive Tom Starling fan. Massive. I like Tommy.
Yeah?
Yep. Out of all them, I'd definitely definitely go Tom Starling.
What about you, Con?
Yeah, no, Tom Starling. I just wish Josh Hodgson got injured in the pre-season. I would have started with Starling. I had him most of the pre-season and balked. And yeah, Tom Starling for sure. Because, I think Appy... Put them both at 80 minutes. I think Starling's got him. And then in the round 13, when you really want them, Appy's by himself, really. Penrith are going to be decimated with Origin. So Starling will pretty much still be in a full-strength Raiders team.
Yeah, well, you assume there you're losing Yo, Nath, Luai,
Toto. Possibly Crichton.
Yeah, there goes
Liam Martin.
Yeah, there's a lot to lose at Penrith. Through the buy, through
Raiders
Origin.
will lose Papali'i.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can see the upside of Starling there. That's a good way to look at it.
Beautiful. Looking forward to front row options next week. Maybe I'll hold off on my trades. Speaking of trades, Berg, so you've got something...
Well, it depends, I think. What's your goal for the rest of the year? Do you find yourself an overall chance still?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah,
you think you're a chance number one still?
I'm only a few captain choices. To be honest, if I hadn't have dudded the puppy captain, I'd be a serious contender already.
Yeah, okay, fair call.
He's up there. He's only 500
550, I think you said at the start.
Which we can just say that's all our training. But yeah, so... What were you going to go on about? Am I going to what I'm going on about?
Yeah, that's it. So we wanted to talk trades.
All right.
So we've had a listener reach out to us.
Most of the people know Brother Teddy. He's always in and around the socials. Ted Woods, if you do know him, say good day. So Ted's... Well, what are you running? Let's just say you got 35 trades, did you say, Juzzy? Juzzy got 35 trades, top 3%, I think you said you were. 550 off the pace. I think he's only boosted once. Now, just a quick one. Now, Teddy sent me this earlier today. He's used max trades. Now, he started...
Plus boosts.
Plus
so all 5 boosts are gone.
I think so.
Yes.
So, started overall 65,955th. Then he max traded in round 2, come down to 53,219th. Now, of course, you got to trade the right way for this to happen to you as well. Like, just because you max trading doesn't mean you're going to jump up every time. you have to go the right way with your trades. Max traded again in round 3, jumped him up to 6,914th. Max traded again in round 4, jumped him up to 5,950th. Then Max traded again in round 5, got 2,406th. And then Max traded in round 6 and got into 223rd. So even though he's max traded, he says that he feels like it's worth it. He might even be doing 2 more trades this week. So he has got some more stuff written here, but he's got 25 trades left, and he's got 12 more guns to bring into his team. He's got 10 certified guns there right now.
Yeah.
So he's still got work to do, even though he's done all these trades.
Yeah, that's it. I feel he sacrificed trades to it. Totally get where he's at, but to only have 10 solidified guns for the end of the year after burning almost half of your trades,
yep,
I don't think that's a great position to be in.
Even though he's 223rd?
No. Because...
What did you say before the show, Con? Just say it. Teddy can take it.
I said I'd like to see his rankings for the last 6 rounds.
As he drops back
as
down.
He's got no trades left, and those rankings pretty much reverse each themselves. Because I feel that's the path he's trekking down, because I've been there. I've done it. I know. Happened to me last year, and you picked me at the post because of it. So
yeah.
I understand, yep, it looks great on the scoreboard right now, but it's an 80-minute game.
Yeah,
you can't be in front after 30 minutes and
you had what,
think you won.
You had 16 or 15 going into the final.
I think I even had 13 or something. Like the last, I didn't field a team, I don't think, full team for the last 3 rounds last year.
So, and then when you've got, especially if you've got big cash riding on it, how fucked is it,
That's it.
Just watching your cash dwindle away from you, you got there, especially if you do like a cash comp where it's just a winner takes all, there's no minor premierships, so there's no first place for getting there, it's just a matter of being the winner.
Well, that's it. I think we're both in 2 cash years where it's winner takes all and there's $2,500 on the line.
Yeah.
So at the moment, my focus is turned straight to head-to-head now.
Yeah.
My overall's done. I'm a realist. I know there's possibly a potential chance where I could make a miraculous run and get right back up there and in it, but chances are unlikely.
Yeah.
So I'm
going for the grands instead of the 50.
I'm going screwing the vanity. Don't worry about me rank at the end of the season. Like trying to try and get into the 1% just for the sake of getting into the 1%.
Yeah.
I'm going to play this year now to win as much cash as I can from head-to-heads. And that means foregoing buys, origins, planning, all that shit. Screw that. I'm just building my strongest team from here to the end of the season right now. And going to have faith that will carry the 2 sacrifices that I'm losing in 13 and 17 in head-to-head victories. I'll build enough points aside from that to get into the finals and make me way to the cash.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, fair strategy, right? If you've got no chance of making that 50k, you've only got 2 options, and that's try and pick up one of the weekly wins, or head-to-head where you've already got cash invested.
Or play for your pride, which I guess you'd call it, and try and get as high a rank as possible a detriment to a head-to-head competition. Which it could be.
I don't know. I don't even know if I'd be doing it for, cash is cash, man. Money talks.
Yeah.
By the time you start getting into the tail end of the season, that's it. I'm 600 points off it now. So, and that's already a few bad captain choices, So, it only takes a few more of them for it to be completely unattainable for me anyway. Especially if the people at the front can keep up. I don't know, I haven't been sniping, so I haven't really been going and checking out and seeing what other people are doing or anything like that. I'm just plugging along. Like I said, man, my whole thing is I'm stuck in a rut. I got no idea what I can do. I got Sammy Walker, 520, 540, something like that. I got Schneider, I got Ilias, Taft's an option, I suppose, coming through, but no one else there. My second row, it's like I got Deefy, I held Deefy. I got Ola Kawatu, I got Lolo, Arrow.
That's where I'd probably go if I was you. I'd probably bite the Sammy bullet, get rid of Sammy Walker for Taft. I know it's a gamble,
Nah, I can't afford to play him each week, man. There's a reason
think
why.
If you're getting rid of Walker and you're getting Taff, you're getting rid of Teddy, you can go and Walker to Cleary.
Yeah. That's the only option there is, I go Teddy to Taff at fullback and don't have to play him each week, and I bring Cleary in and play him each week. But then I lose Cleary and Pappy both to Origin.
But like I'm saying that you've got
He's still got overall aspirations.
You got overall in sight, so you do need to think buys.
Jesus Christ.
And stuff. Holy shit, we've just been hit by some sort of windstorm in the rift.
Windstorm, it's going 30 k's an hour.
It's a mini tornado.
There's just wind outside now, it's fine.
Now, just while we're on trades, before we segue elsewhere, the trades in and out this week. The most traded out, according to the app, at this particular point in time, Teddy was most traded out, which isn't surprising to you, but
It's not at all.
sort of is surprising to me. Xavier Coates, second most traded out. Can you see why?
But
I can.
what do you do with Xavier Coates? Once again, weird price point, 422, has only put on 70 or 80k or something, hasn't put on much.
Well, I was lucky enough to have Targo and Fermor in my back row.
So you just drop one of them down.
I dropped Targo down, got rid of Fermor, brought in Coates, and brought in IPAP, and got rid of Fermor too and brought in Huss. It's good.
Yeah. And then Schneider was a surprising one for me. I think he's still...
Well, the only thing I can put that down to is people are chasing Nath.
Yeah,
they want Nath no matter what.
That's the only upgrade.
Takes, yeah.
That's the only upgrade I'd see for Schneider. I wouldn't go down to Taft.
Well, that explains those two best trades. Teddy out, Taff in, cash built. Schneider out, Cleary in, cash spent.
Yeah. And then Fermor and King. Fermor's obviously hit his sort of like price peak, but I can sort of see him just chugging along in centre wing anyway. It's sort of a decent base at 40, I think he's got.
Seeing kind of like a Tupanua of last year.
Yeah, he's very much. In saying that, I'd much rather have a Tupanua than him.
And more points in the Roosters by the end of the year.
Yeah. And then King was the other one. Melbourne King.
Yeah, Josh.
Yeah. And then the most traded in was Taff, Nath, Tony Staggs. Now, you think you're mad bringing in Tony now?
Oh, we all said last week, he's had one good week out of 6.
Yeah.
But then he backed it up. So...
And it was against Penrith and someone else, wasn't it? Like, half decent sides.
Yeah, it was against two good teams.
So, yeah. Then Munster's another next one that was brought in. Talakai was the 5th most brought in. Very expensive. Don't know how much longer he's going to play there.
I think he's got a -6 break even. Oh, honestly, would you change him?
I personally wouldn't, but I'm not the coach.
I don't think... You can't have a bloke who's probably been your best or top 3 players 3 out of the last 4 weeks to turn around to him and say, look, mate, you're going back to the bench, buddy. Thanks for all your hard work, but how demoralising would that be for the poor bugger?
Yeah.
I don't think Craig Fitzgibbon would do that to him. I think he's one of those guys where if you've earned that spot, you've done that job where you've been there, he'll give you the chance to fuck it up before he'll get you out.
Good on him. All right, so Juzzy, where we at?
What's Teddy's team name?
Don't know.
Because I can't see anyone. I can't see him in 52nd.
No, 220.
220. What?
Third or something.
I think it's Big Ted's Army or something.
223rd.
No, I don't know. What else you got there, buddy?
I'm on the questions. If we're on the questions.
Nah. So I just want to go through his team at the moment, right? Because someone in the comments has said they want to see Chris Maxfield. Said he wants to see what his team looks like now after he's max traded down to 25, and that piqued my interest. So he's got Harry Grant, Chris Randall, Lolo, Josh King, Max King, Davey Moali. Is obviously enough. Although, no, yeah.
No, he's playing off the bench at South, getting limited minutes, but there's huge potential there.
Yeah, so maybe he's just jumping on early. Deefy, Reuben Cotter, Brodie Jones, Bunty, Tuolangi, Jack Howarth. Mitch Moses and Cleary. Wow. Munster and Sam Walker. Targo, Staggs, May, Penasini, Billy Smith, Amone, Cooler, Hines, Papi. That's hectic.
So he spent pretty much every ounce of cash that he's made on upgrading the fullback, halfback, 5'8" position.
But
that's pretty much where all his money's gone into Hines, Cleary.
Yeah, but that's where you pull the extra
Moses.
200, 300, 400 points from each week.
Oh, absolutely.
Like if you've got Hines, Puppy, Cleary, and Moses, these are the guys that have all gone 150 or above this year, and it's literally only those guys, pretty much.
Absolutely.
So,
Mitch hasn't put the big boy pants on yet. Don't slow
he?
it. Nah,
he went 144.
144 is not a 150, boys.
okay,
Oh.
fair. Sir.
144 is still a good score.
It's okay. It's okay.
It was the highest for that time of year.
KP didn't get his big boy pants till 160.
I think Nace 151's the only thing that's gone higher than Moses 144 this year
In that position.
Maybe, yeah.
in any position. I don't think anyone else has gone 150 except for Nathan on the weekend
No, but Puppy went 198.
this year.
Yeah. Like for round 3.
Captained him.
Did
Round
he?
4. Yeah.
Oh.
100%. Yeah.
Right, 2 people. Sorry.
That's why I'm like, oh, what are you talking about? I thought Moses had gotten a 180 or something, but I'm keeping a mad eye on him. He's also got Deefy, he's got Harry Grant sitting in there. He's got, 4 gun halves, really. Well, 3 and Sam Walker. I don't know if I'd put Sam Walker in that category just yet.
Definitely not.
Nah, but, I mean, the other 3 you're happy to keep pretty much the entire year. Mitch Moses, obviously, based on form, but
in saying that, in the 5'8" position this year, Sam Walker probably is the second best option as it stands, or Dylan Brown.
Yeah,
It's
Bags.
Munster 1, probably Dylan Brown 2, and then Sam Walker 3 at 5'8", because Cody's nowhere to be seen.
Yeah. AJ's no good.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, I can see the strengthening that team, but that forward pack's weak.
Yeah, it's not great.
He's
It
going
needs
to
some
need
building.
about 5 or probably 10 trades at least to fix up that forward pack alone.
So that takes him down to 15.
Playing backs are good, but his backs on the bench aren't, and they're not generating much cash. Billy Smith, Amone, and Cooler.
That's going to be his biggest issue from here on out. How is he going to generate his cash?
Yeah, the rest of the cash. But, I mean, aside from that, he doesn't really have to do too much in terms of trades. Rocked a big score this week. Absolutely killed it.
Well, he's pretty much got all the high cost positions covered.
Yeah,
They're
that's
all
it.
checked off now, so you only got to chip away at the smaller targets now.
Well, that's it. And just building the workhorses in those ones. As long as you've got guys that are pulling in your 50, 55s, 60s, you'll be right. Because you're getting those max points everywhere else. So especially if you're always playing those positions, you don't even really have to worry about your benches in the other positions, like in your forwards and stuff, or in your outside backs.
Yeah.
He's got 4 good playing outside backs, really. Penasini's his, wild card each week.
Oh, I like Penasini.
Yeah,
I'm a
well,
big fan.
I've got him.
He gets better every week. You see him just get more confident.
Last week he had a bit of an off week, but
I still think he had a good week.
that's to be expected. He's only 19 years old. Like, the riggers of first grade are going to take their toll.
Yeah. So where are we at, Jazzy? You going to do some lives or?
Yeah, I do have a couple of live questions, actually.
You're on all phones.
I'll piggyback you, bros.
So Chris McClelland says, "Good evening, gents. I've just traded.
Chris,
Used my second boost to go Teddy to Taff, move Nico to fullback, Schneider to Cleary, Radley to Sorensen to free up a little bit of extra cash.
Radley to Sorensen.
I reckon, like Sorensen, it might be chasing last week's points, but I think I could see Sorensen doing more of what he did last week. He's that big unit off the bench. He's only getting fitter and stronger each week. Apparently, he's an absolute monster in the gym and in training and stuff. And I personally think he's pretty much fighting for Kickout's spot next year. He's trying to solidify that's his spot.
No, he's not playing edge.
You reckon?
No.
You big boy.
No, he's too big. I wouldn't touch him personally. I think that's the ideal definition of chasing last week's points, personally.
Who could you recommend other?
And Scott Sorensen,
Yeah.
around that price.
Yeah.
Well, see, he's doing it to get the cash, obviously, to make sure he can pull the other two off. So, I personally don't think Sorensen's a bad get. Radley doesn't seem to be setting the world on fire anyway.
I just can't see.
Yeah, it's definitely not a bad get. He will make you cash and will be an upgradable option, but don't expect big points every week.
No, like I said, that's his cash generation. Bergs?
Yeah, no.
Oh, you were going to say something?
I can't remember.
Ooh, Bergs is on the ball. Got a question there, bud?
Yeah, this is from Twitter. From Chris Holdsworth. I have to sell myself a Cleary, like everyone. Is it worth selling Little Pappy and getting back in 3 weeks after some probable price drops? It's only one trade, not 3.
No, in my opinion, I wouldn't sell Little Paps for anyone, personally. Not even Nath. There's nothing to say that Nath won't lose as much money as Paps over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. I couldn't sell Paps, not after he's the one that's chugged out that big score, which just says to me he's got another one in him, if not 2.
Oh, he's back, baby.
You know, so for me, I hate to say this too, but Teddy would be the one to go for me out of the backs. Yeah, but if you don't have Teddy, and if you really want Nath, like there's surely another way, or you can wait a couple of weeks till some other like price rises come your way. I couldn't see myself selling Paps.
Nah.
Melbourne's just got points in him against just about anyone, you know, and I know Munster's gone to rehab and he likes to do some more shit this year, but Paps still gets his hand on some ball, so...
Oh, there's plenty of points for everyone in that Melbourne spine.
Yeah.
All right, I got one here from David Stons. Would you get Cleary this week if it meant you had to sacrifice Moses to do it? Con?
Oh, conundrum. I have the same conundrum. I'm a Mitch owner. The only person I would sell Mitch on for today would be Nath. I do know that Nath's definitely got more points in him than Mitchell Moses. The thing that's making me hold Mitchell Moses is I don't have to trade Mitch Moses till end of Origin. He can play me right through, whereas if there's a big Origin game, Nath's getting a rest maybe or something like that, whereas I don't have to fuck around. I've still got Mitch sitting there, you know. For me, if I could find a way to go anyone else and keep Mitch, I'd do it that way, but I can definitely see more points in Nath, if you know what I mean, over the upcoming 2 Origin.
I know what you mean. I definitely think Nath's got the bigger ceiling, that's for sure. And I think he's a lot more consistent, although Moses has shown his consistency this year. But I'd still be really reluctant to do it, personally, just because Mitchell Moses has shown me no reason why he should be sold as a Supercoach player at the moment.
He's still on the up.
Well, that's it, and he's averaging more than Nath at the moment. Granted, Nath's only played 3 games, but I also see where it's almost one of those now or never kind of things. It's the easiest way to get to Nath, the quickest way to get to Nath, the cheapest way to get to Nath. So I'm torn. I'd flip a coin. I don't know. I really don't.
It could be that one. It could be the decision. You know, it could be that decision that either shoots you up or just plateaus you out. Yeah, for me, my personal approach is I was always had Mitch Moses in my side around 10. Always was in there. I was going to reevaluate around 10, see if I was going to keep him through Origin or not, see how he was chugging along. He's been chugging along nice. So for me, I'm not doing it. I've got other places I can definitely look at fixing before I chase Nath. Like, it was always my plan not to go.
See, if Moses was averaging 65 or something, yeah, I can see it.
Well, you'd have to.
The cash wouldn't be there, but I could see the appeal. But, well, he's averaging 80.
How do you do it?
Why trade out someone who's averaging 80 points and still making cash? Like, he's break-even 72 this week. Nath's 83.
He's a dead-set chance of getting it.
He's playing the Knights. We went on holidays after round 2. We haven't been back since.
Yeah. So, yeah. You got got anything else over there on the liveys, or you want me to go from Facebook?
Yeah, no. All you, buddy.
All right, Watto, Jared Watson. Need to get rid of Katoa, so downgrade options. Was thinking maybe Nguama or Suali, and do Butcher out for either Olakau'atu or Lolo. So, Alisi Katoa out for either Nguama or Suali, which they're both gambles. The Roosters don't seem to know what they're doing, chopping and changing and doing all sorts of shit. So neither of them's safe.
Yeah, that's it. I wouldn't be bringing either of them in thinking they're a playable option every week.
Well, Suwali got a 26 last week on the wing, which is normally a good point scoring.
No, I think... Did he play wing?
Yeah, he finished on the wing.
Yeah.
So he finished outside Joey Manu on the wing, which is a fucking great place to be. Still scored 26. So that was disappointing. So I'd keep...
But I do like the chance to go Butcher to Lolo. And Katoa's only going to pump out fucking Suali scores anyway and lose your cash at the same time, I guess. So I'd probably lean towards Suali over Nguama just because he's cheaper. And I think there's more potential there. And Kevy will be dropped before Suali does.
And you'll go Lolo over Olakau'atu?
Just because of the dual flexibility, I think,
They're
tips him
both dual.
over the line.
Olakau'atu's not dual.
Yeah, yes.
No, he's not.
Pretty sure he is.
No, he's not. I'm telling you,
so
he's not. He's in my team.
The dual probably tips me over the line there to Lolo. I almost rate the dual position as almost like an extra $100,000 or whatever on dual players' price. It's
Fair
that
call.
valuable sometimes.
Yeah, no. Well, you know what? It's virtually it's a little player thing. Like if one of your good guys does get hurt, you can always just fill the void, you know. And if you don't have those players, then you're stuck making that trade in that exact position. And sometimes them dudes aren't where it's at, you know.
Well, that's it. Sometimes you've got the 4 other best options and the 5th best option's a mile behind and you just don't want it.
And it's a fucking waste of a trade. Yeah. And without having a duel, bang, you're automatically burning a second trade.
Yeah.
You know, because now you've got to do this.
You got to even nuff him out or,
So, yeah, it's one of them things that can...
Yeah, that's it.
The duel's a great thing to have, and that would swing me straight over as well.
And there's a lot of popular forwards this year that are dual front row, back row. So I think the valuability of it, that's not a word, but has gone up this year because there's so many people's teams that they're going to need to rotate them around at one stage, I think.
Yeah, sweet. All right, Greg Lucas, upgrade Moses to Cleary or Gilbert to IPAP? Oos.
I would say IPAP.
Yeah, why?
Because you're upgrading Gilbert, whereas Moses, like you said, Moses might still have a few good weeks and a couple of good price rises still in him. And if you can somehow chance it to a straight sideways to Nath in 2 weeks' time, and you've already got Paps, who's pulling out 75 average or something like that in the front row, just beastie numbers, I reckon you're more solid overall.
You got a better reason than that or anything?
I kind of do, I think. I don't know. It'll be a people's preference, but they're both trades pretty much in the same situation. Gilbert and Moses pretty much at their top price now. Cleary and IPAP are probably at their bottom-ish price now. They're not going to get any dearer or cheap, sorry. So you just got to think who's going to outscore who until you can get the other one in. So if it's going to be a month or whatever until you can get the other one in, is IPAP going to outscore Nath that month, or is Nath going to outscore IPAP for that month? And I think Nath wins that conversation.
Yeah, but
I see your point too, where you've got Moses' points there on top of IPAP's points.
And I think that's what you've got to that's what you got to put in the equation, and that's what you know what I mean. Like, because if you're swapping Moses to Cleary, then you're playing Gilbert. You're really looking at the points differential.
Yeah,
between
totally
Moses
agree.
and Cleary, and between then
spanner in the works. All right, spanner in the works. You buy Nath, he turns up he turns up the next 3 rounds, 120s all the way. Moses pulls 90s, but Naif's always your captain. So you're getting double points.
So you're up 180.
You know what I mean? So bang, you're up automatic, massive points.
But it wouldn't surprise me if IPAP outscored Tom Gilbert by 180 points over the next 3. But I suppose it depends too if he's playing Tom Gilbert. If Tom Gilbert's not in his side at all and he's still got another great person scoring 50, 60 or whatever, well then I think, I see it's a tough one. It really is. I think that's almost another flip coin option.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna leave you posted, Greg. No.
All right, I just got some sneaky from Roscoe. He says apparently Cooler is out due to HIA protocols.
Ah, there you go. That's rare.
Short turnaround. I think they mentioned it the other night that he'd be out because short turnaround.
No, it was Dale.
Dale, yeah.
Finu Kane.
Speaking of Roscoe, our friend Ross has sent a question in. I keep saying to hold Teddy because he will come good. Do we all think it's time to let go? Bergs don't.
Oh, yeah, we
Bergs
discussed
is a bit
this.
thick, but he's not the smartest. But yeah, it seems to be the ideal thing to do this week, Roscoe. You got any more over there, or am I just going?
I do have one.
Do you want me to go while you get it ready?
Sean O'Veira says wants to share his thoughts on the never trade a gun. He said last season he worked out a couple of times on trading out a gun whose dollars were dropping, as well as points for another gun
situation
with a similar BE for a month or so, and it helped him make massive moves and gain ground into the top 1,000. So for him this year, Teddy was gone for Hines 4 weeks ago, and it's helped him go from 16,000 up to 1,500.
Why don't you fucking text me before you do this shit, Sean, and that?
So
good on you, man.
But that's what he's saying. The whole thing of this never trade a gun is out, because to be honest, if I'm holding on to Teddy, waiting for him to pop, I mean, I could have been on Nico the whole time for the same price, in fact less.
Yeah.
Made money. And then if Nico starts dropping down, maybe I could sideways swap him back.
150 points or whatever he's in front of Teddy by now.
Well, that's what I mean. Almost each week sometimes. Jesus. Nico's piling him on, Teddy's just not. So...
Yeah, well, we kind of touched on that a bit earlier. I don't remember what it was, but we touched on it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Check back.
No, well, we did the...
All right, Cade Burgess. Thoughts on Stags? Is it chasing points?
Yes.
Also, going... Wait there.
Nah, seriously, Stags. I don't think Stags is chasing points. Stags is a solid option. We've been waiting for him to warm up, and he's clicked into gear the last couple of weeks. He's looking good.
All right. Okay, he's got $200 in his salary cap. Okay? So... It means he can go Moses to Cleary, Ilias to Lee Tamari Martin, Josh King to Stags via Targo. Thoughts, is it worth draining the bank? Or is Targo peaked?
I don't think Targo's peaked, personally.
I think Targo... I'm going to just leave Targo there bar injury. He'll play my whole year at Penrith.
Yeah, I can't see trading him out anytime soon. But, yeah, I'll get on Stags, I think. I told everyone
2 weeks ago, not
3 weeks ago, don't get on Talakai, don't do it, rah. And he's ripped and teared and busted since, so I'm not going to be game enough not to tell anyone to jump on Stags. Now, considering he's done it against Panthers and Melbourne in 2 consecutive weeks, turning up against those 2 teams, not many players in Supercoach history, I think, would have done that.
No, not against top tier sides like that. Yeah.
If he can turn it on at will, and he can do that against lower strength sides, yeah, he is. He's going to run amok, isn't he?
Well, he's always had the potential to be that guy.
He's so strong. You just can't tackle him. He's so strong.
He's kind of just like a 10 kilo less version of David Fafita.
Yeah, just faster.
He can do the same shit. Oh, I don't know about that.
I think he's faster. Plus, also back still with Cade. He's got 12 for round 13. What guys do you think is a great number to have for 13? I think you're nearly on it.
I think 15's really solid.
Not fast. Don't give a rat's ass about the 2 bye rounds. Together,
Well,
it's only one
technically-
round. Together, it's only one
But
round.
technically, you should be, man. With your position...
Look, if I pull 800 points out of each round, then that's pulling out of 1,600.
But if in your
Right,
if in the back of your
ultimately-
if in the back of your head you really are gunning for that 50k,
Burks. I'm not.
why not?
'Cause I'm just-
550
No, but
points off the front.
just
But
playing
not,
Supercoach.
Not only that, you can see, you listen to his theory, because, right, if you sacrifice your team now and then in the middle, and you're sacrificing, say, 100, 150 points a week, instead of having the top line, because you're sacrificing to have those buy players, you're sacrificing 100, 150 points a week. Over 6 weeks, there's 900 to 1,000 points. And are you going to make those 900 to 1,000 points up in those 2 buy rounds where 700's a great score kind of thing, or 900's a really good score, instead of taking a hit and maybe scoring
Well, for me, it's
500 that round?
It's 4 games per round, so the 2 rounds, it's the average. It's the 2 rounds put together makes 1 round score. So think about it. You pull out a 1,600, you're cheering. If you're averaging 12, 13s
But no,
at this point of the season,
no, you can't look at it like that.
well, it does because it's only 4
It does.
games.
Yeah, I understand that,
You can
but
stack-
you've got
You've got the-
you've got 16 players in those 4 games. Not like you've only got 8 players or 9 players
I
in
don't
those
have
4 games where half your team's playing. Just because half the comp's playing doesn't mean half your team's playing.
But but that's that's where the argument comes in, right? Is the fact that you can either stack towards making sure that throughout that 1 round you use 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 trades to field a team of 26 all up, right? Or you go, nah, stuff it. I don't give a rat's ass anyway. I'm going to make my points up in those other weeks. I'm not going to waste my trades there. And I'm just going to ride it out. If I only field 5 players in that week, I don't give a rat's ass. Right? Okay, cool. I'll drop back down. But you know what? The next week, the week after, I'll keep coming straight back up again. That's the way I'm looking at it, because I don't want to be running out of trades come the end of the year. And if COVID isolation and stuff rips through my team at any point, then I'm in trouble and I've got to start making serious trades. Then, I'll do it. But to be honest, with the way the protocols are at the moment, I don't even feel like that's ever going to happen.
No, you're only getting a week.
Yeah,
Most
you're only doing a week to week,
anyway,
so I really think they've given us these extra trades, and I think we're going to be fine with them.
No, I feel come winter time, shit's going to hit the fan.
Well, see, I'm approaching 2 trades per week because I've got 35 left. We've got 18 weeks left in the competition. I've pretty much got 2 trades a week from here on out. That means I can't use a single boost from here on out. But you know what I mean? Like I can max trade now from the rest of the season. Well, especially if I hold off a few more weeks, I can max trade even with boosts whenever I choose to use them for the rest of the season. And I'd much rather be in that position.
It's 17 weeks worth of trades. So only 34.
Yeah, well, that's it. Because
18 weeks worth of the actual season, you're not trading after the grand final. So
there you go. So I'm already at that magic number. So, for me, I've saved a few trades early.
So you're going to finish the year with trades.
Fuck. Yeah, if I don't start junking on, I'm going to finish trades too many trades. Can't have that.
No, well, look, I've still got 4 boosts up my sleeve, which means I could end up, if I use those 4 boosts, I then end up with 3 weeks or 3 trades short, right?
Yeah.
Come the end of the year, which is a week and a half, maybe 2-3 weeks. So, but if I can manage to hold out for another couple of weeks, then that's it. I can junk you on each and every week. But do I need to? That's the thing which I keep looking at with my side this year. Is, do I need to trade? Do I need to make a trade? Is it going to be beneficial to my team?
That's it. There's no point in making a trade just for the sake of making a trade.
That's it. And I can't see... One of the only trades I was ever considering was getting rid of DFE to generate some cash to maybe move to Hines, because I wasn't looking at getting rid of Teddy. I was waiting to see if he was going to pop.
Fucking cheering you didn't,
Right,
because he's turned up last 2 weeks.
Now he's found form, which I'm really just hoping Teddy does as well. But I think Teddy's going to be gone for Hines this week. Because see, that doesn't give me Cleary money. Teddy's got to go for Taff to give me Cleary money. It's a tough decision, boys. Tough decision.
It is. All right, David Stons. Team's fucked. Not ripping it apart for Cleary, though. Thoughts on these trades? He is trading out Bo Fermor, Xavier Coates and Josh King for Hamoli Olakawatu, Joseph Suwali and Isaiah Yeo. Now, Con, I know you're a bit on Isaiah
Yeah. Nice. Safe option.
Yeo. Yeah.
Solid.
Going to play
But-
Origin.
Pretty much what you got on the weekend is the biggest you're going to get out of him.
Yeah.
Like, he's never going to bust you out of 140 or maybe possibly even a 120. Like, I don't see that in his AEO.
Yeah.
I can see 100 pretty much being his top of the line,
Blinder.
great game kind of thing. So,
Yeah. Like, I can... Ola Kawatu's good trade in.
well, in all honesty, I see Olakwatu and Yo finishing the season at very similar averages, just getting there the complete opposite way.
Yeah, I get
Yo's
what you
going to
mean.
chug out those solid points every week, where Olakwatu's going to be the SJ roller coaster.
I've done both.
You're going to have to ride it.
Started with Olakwatu, bought in Yo last week, which I think both you guys were saying I probably shouldn't do. It's a bit of a sideways trade. He's not going to end up pulling out an 87, so I'm not complaining. He's only just putting out more and more points, especially in that lead up to Origin, that first Origin, as you guys all know.
He plays Origin, but it's a drama.
It is a drama and it's a bit annoying, but like I said, I'm not too fussed with Origin and buys this year.
80% of the good ones do.
Yeah, that's it. And I'd much rather have my team stacked with the Origin players that we know are just amazing and come back from Origin just on another level
Teddy.
than I would be rushing to try and get those guys in. My only issue is, are they going to be rested here and there, which you don't really know in advance, so which makes it really hard to plan for. And that's where I might do some sideways trading, especially if I've got the trades to burn throughout the year. That's when I'll start doing my sideways trades.
What are you looking at over there?
I'm just keeping a track of Ozaio's minutes.
Yeah.
Because I know he was playing 80 while Nape wasn't there. But yeah, in the last 2 weeks, 57 and 75. 75's close enough to 80.
Yeah,
Given
yeah.
that.
That's a whole game.
75 for 87 too.
Yeah,
Cheered.
considering they're so far ahead as well. So
So pull the
You didn't,
trigger on them trades? You say yes because you have
Yeah, man, I've got them both. I like them
Well,
both.
if I had the extra 20k, I'd go low over Yo.
Yeah, fuck yeah. He's got 28,400
Yeah,
remaining.
I'd go low over
Yeah.
Yo personally.
Does he not already have Lolo? Like that, I've already got
Dunno.
Lolo.
Don't know, but if
yeah,
he
I'm not
doesn't,
sure.
do that, David. All right, Ross, man, can we start again? No, Ross, we all have to deal with poor
Yeah.
decisions in our
Can't we,
life.
please?
No, we all have to deal with our own poor decisions. We just have to deal with it. It's what makes the man. You got any more over there, or am I keep going?
No, you keep going.
Chris Prince, J. King, Schneider, Moses, or Hines, to Lolo, Tafe, and Cleary. Is it worth using my third boost? And for this, and which one to trade for Cleary, Hines, or Moses?
Oh, tough one. I'd probably say Moses, because we expect Moses to go down. They're both goal kicking, controlling halves. But I think, well, see, if Sharks already had a good run.
No, Sharks.
That's-
Mate, I think they only played Penrith. I think it was. That's the only top team in the next 8 games or something.
Yeah. that's
Until
it.
like
They-
round 16, they've got a pretty sweet draw from here on out. I'd sell Moses if that's where you. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jump on Hines. He's just killing it every week. Well, except for last week.
All right. Dean Lawson, trading out Teddy this week for Taft to free up the cash to buy Cleary next week. What are your thoughts on trading Fermor to either McInnes, Cotter, or New Corey? Ugh.
Well, Brad Smith would tell you to jump on Cotter.
Yeah, he would, actually. And he's not a bad shout, Cotter.
Everyone's been saying jump on Cotter for the last 3 weeks and he hasn't gone over 55, has he?
Don't know.
Well, I don't do it. Everyone's been trying to steer everyone into Cotter. Don't do it.
Right?
Who are you jumping on? McInnes or New Corey out of them?
None of them.
Well, he didn't ask for anyone fucking else.
McInnes looked really good NRL-wise playing in the back row on the weekend and he scored a 41. Now
Oh,
Corey's
yeah?
not playing this weekend, so you rule him out. And
So, keep Fermor.
oh god, yeah, I suppose that's the best of a bad bunch. Unfortunately,
Sorry, Dino, bro. I hope we helped somewhere in there. Chris Irwin, out. Pappy, Panasini,
nope.
Billy Smith, Inns, Nafe, Stags, second row Nuff.
Nope.
Nah.
Crazy trying to BE roulette. Am I crazy trying to play BE roulette with Pappy with a bad ankle?
Yeah.
I don't think it's that bad. Okay. final question from our fucking favourite, Saxy. Is it a bad move? Ready? Trading out Josh King, Jack Bird, James Tedesco for IPAP, Val Holmes, and Taft.
It's just Taff. There's no T at the end of it.
What is it?
Just Taff.
Okay.
Sorry, bud. Couldn't keep doing it.
I like it my way. Makes it sound fancy.
I like it.
What, Taft? Oh, sorry.
You stupid down.
The trades. Oh, yeah, he's got you now. He could have said anything.
Look, man, Val looks good, but you're going to lose him for Origin as well. You're going to lose Cleary for Origin, but I can't go against it. Seems crazy.
Oh, look, Val Holmes looked fucking great in the centres. Queensland's cheering.
Oh, no, who was the other one he said? IPAP.
IPAP. I wouldn't say no to IPAP at all.
You can't say no to iPad.
Yeah, I think he's a must-have. I think you've just got to get him in your side. We didn't think he was going to repeat what he did last year, and he's just come out and just picked up where he left off. It's been insane.
Val Holmes just keeps getting better and better at centre too. Like,
Yeah,
I didn't think he was going to do any good there at all.
No, he played some good footy.
To be honest, and it's fucking made Queensland's job easy. He's ain't got shit. He's got shit centres, and he's just...
You
got Gags.
Gags fucking been probably the best
Yeah, you play the other
But
side.
centre.
What you do have now is you've got Felt and...
Hammer played awesome last year.
He
only got a chance, but he took that chance with both hands and didn't let anyone down. And you know what we're like. We pick and stick, mate. They're loyal buggers.
Not anymore, Billy's here now. And then also, if we haven't started yet, can someone tell Con please clear his throat?
I did Saxy a couple of times just for
Any
you,
questions
my
on
friend.
Hemisphere?
Oh, I got it already.
Yeah, we done them.
Sweet as.
Well, there's nothing in the lives. We've got nothing happening.
No, not really.
No one rolling them.
Chris Maxfield saying get Lukey. David Stones already has Lolo. No, there wasn't a heap of questions this week.
Now, just quickly, are we just meandering now?
Go, mate.
No, we're not meandering.
Lead us on a tangent.
Yeah, I was about to
Okay.
say we're wrapping up. Chris Maxfield though.
We're meandering.
Chris Maxfield says Josh King for IPAP or Teddy for Cleary.
Well, you're all going Teddy to... I'd go Teddy to Cleary, I would.
I'd probably go King for iPad.
Yeah.
Ooh, Rich King.
Josh King.
Josh King.
Melbourne.
Yeah.
It was in the question.
Bergs, listen.
I'd do... Yeah. Depends who my other halfback was.
All right. Thanks, Bergs.
If it was Mitch Moses who's chugging along, we talked about earlier, chugging along at 80, I'd go iPad. You know?
I'm assuming it's Hines, and that's how he's getting to Cleary.
Now, just quickly, we have tried to find a way to link our things with the Discord people. We're going to find a way to do that. So if any of you know how to do that, get in contact with me because I got no idea. Also, just want to shout out the boys.
You need to send out the URL.
I don't know. But just want to shout out the boys at Discord. They put in some big work for us with the website and that. Check out the website, supercoach360.com. Well, the boys, I haven't done a write-up in weeks. Sorry. You're not missing much. But I'll try to put one out this week.
You should have said you're welcome instead of sorry.
Well, no, you never know. Someone out there probably can't
I'm
read
kidding,
likes and
mate.
pictures.
You don't. Your write-up's good. I like it, mind you.
Yeah, so I just want to thank all the boys that do write-ups for us as well. Like, you're all fucking legends, man. Like, we appreciate it. It's like, I'm sure, I know some of the super coaches out there appreciate it because I get messages about it. And, yeah, thanks.
Alrighty. Well, I think that's us for the week. Thank you very much for watching, listening, however you enjoyed us, for enjoying us. It's been a pleasure. Good luck in round 7. We will see you next week. Stay
Sleep
coachy.
tight, coaches.
Peace.